A lot of people, when I start conversations off, always just assume that reviews come at the very end of the journey. What we try to do is try to look at the holistic guest journey and see where reviews play an impact. And it's right from the very beginning. So, with those guests that are looking at those OTAs, looking at your own website, one of the first social proofing points is the guest reviews. So they will look at the existing ones, typically the first kind of 2 to 3 pages on those platforms. They make the booking. So they enter their details, they go into the property management system. We get those notifications come through via the integrations. That then allows GuestRevu to perform both pre, in and post-stay surveys. So why are those 3 important? So pre-stay surveys, obviously, it's where we can start setting that expectation for the guest early doors. It's where you can get to know the reasons that those guests have chosen your hotel. Is it a special occasion like an anniversary? Do we need to make any special accommodations, in that guest stay that will enhance their perception of the stay and ultimately lead to a better review on the back end? The guest then will check in. Obviously, all of the systems are working hard behind the scenes, a bit like a duck's legs under the water. Everything's nice and calm towards the guest, but everything's powering away below the surface. We can also facilitate very short kind of in-stay surveys via QR codes or WhatsApp messages via HiJiffy, which allow you to kind of nip any little niggles in the bud. Is the room too cold? Is there a draft? Is the mini bar not being filled up or cleaned properly? Those kind of little insights that guests tend to hold on to the point of checkout. And then obviously it's too late to be able to do anything about it to enhance that experience. The guest then will ultimately check out of the property, and then we can automate these survey touch points. So typically via email, kind of a day later, or with the integration with HiJiffy kind of straight away via WhatsApp. What then happens is the guest then leaves those reviews via the forms, but we also have integrations to the likes of Google, TripAdvisor to push those reviews to them platforms, enhancing a hotel's visibility online. We collate all that data, whether it's been left by our survey form or via native means like on Airbnb or Booking.com, Expedia. We bring that all into one centralized platform, which allows hoteliers to be able to respond to all of those reviews. From the platform, it will link out to the various channels. But again, designed to kind of alleviate those time precious kind of moments where somebody has to log into 5 different internets and start searching the web for everywhere they may have been mentioned for the previous day. Hotels get their alerts coming through once feedback's received, and then they have to analyze the reviews. So GuestRevu has designed our AI tool to enable you to do the heavy lifting. So somebody doesn't have to sit there and read 80 reviews a day and then try to work out what those key themes and trends are. We do it all for you with a few clicks. Obviously, this data then has to drive change. So what we do is we are able to produce it in such a way that it makes hoteliers' lives in terms of decision making simpler, whether that be rediverting funds for a renovation from one area to another area of the hotel, because actually guest data says that there's nothing wrong with the restaurant, but people are saying that the decor in the rooms are very tired and dated. And it's those kind of changes that hoteliers are able to make with the data to back it up that then leads to an increase in overall in that online reputation, because the next guest that checks in doesn't have that same kind of slightly negative experience, which then completes this cycle by encouraging more guests to enter the booking flow at the very beginning and complete that cycle.